All right, so thanks for coming in to day 12 on Vlogmas. Starting to run out of ideas as far as what topics to cover, especially on a daily daily side of things. But anyways, today's going to be more on some bourbon. So I'm down here in our pub room, and alcohol galore on one side. There's more alcohol over there. There's even more upstairs in the office, and so forth and so forth. But I don't really drink every day. Well, I definitely don't drink every day, but I generally will try to keep my drinking towards like a Friday and Saturday, unless there's something else going on or a special occasion or some other reason that would merit me wanting to have a drink, whether it's a nice dinner, whatever it might be. That being said, what do I drink on a day to day basis or on a everyday situation or whatever else? So I've seen on social media that there's been people that have like the everyday um, tier bourbon or alcohol, and then the weekend tier bourbon, and then the special occasion bourbon. So I'm going to do a play on that with kind of what I would generally have for a everyday cheap. It's plenty easy to find. Um, I can mix it. I don't feel bad about whatever else it is. Then step up into something that's a little bit more expensive, but still very budget friendly. And then going into something that's I don't drink it unless there's a dang good reason for it. So anyways, that being said, let's go into the first one. So honestly, it's more of uh, my mixing bourbon, or for making a cocktail for whatever it is. Generally speaking, we'll just use Bullet. It's nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing super impressive. I can find it at every single liquor store I go to. I can find it in the 750 bottle or in the half gallon, the 175. Either way, I can find it anywhere I go, and it's at a very, very good price. It doesn't really fluctuate here in my area of North Carolina. So for that reason, this would be my. I'm gonna mix something or I'm gonna make a cocktail. Um, I generally won't drink it just on the rocks. I definitely don't drink it neat. Um, but depending on where the day is and whatever else has been going on, near the end of the day, I might just put it on rocks just because I don't want to open up another ginger beer or make another full blown cocktail. All right, so that's Bullet. That's the everyday category, the budget friendly. Then I step into my. This is where I actually enjoy bourbon most because it's not something that it's super esoteric and hard to find, super niche, but doesn't carry a lot of name recognition either. So I was going back and forth on what I wanted to put in this cat or in this slot. Did I want to put Woodford? It's relatively inexpensive, $35 a bottle. You can find it anywhere as well. Did I want to go with Basil Hayden's or something of that variety? Um, so I actually chose not to. I'm actually going to go with Bowman Brothers. So Bowman Brothers, small batch actually is what I have. I initially saw it in a store, kind of dismissed it. It's a Virginia bourbon. Me being from North Carolina, I kind of discount stuff about Virginia immediately. I recognize that that's my own issue, but be that as it may, I didn't give it a try when I probably could have and should have. Um, at dinner with one of my brother's friends at their house, that person said, "Yeah, Bowman Brothers is kind of replacing Woodford for me." And all right, well, fair enough. So I got a bottle and gave it a shot. Bowman Brothers actually, for me, uh, yeah, it fits that category perfectly. I think it's like $35 a bottle for 750, and yeah, it's every bit as good as Woodford, if not a little bit better. Right now, I can still find it extremely easily. So yeah, for $35 or so a bottle, um, I can't complain at all about it. It's absolutely worth that value. Um, I can drink it neat. I actually prefer it just to be chilled a little bit. So one cube or whiskey stones to bring the temperature down, to bring some of the other flavors out. But for what it is, yeah, solid bourbon. Then getting into my special occasion. So I've got a number of special occasion bourbons. This is probably the top of that list, and this is actually Orphan Barrel Rhetoric. So this is actually the 23-year-old. I first tried Rhetoric at an uncle's house in Houston. It was actually the 22 that he had at that point in time, and yeah, it's absolutely delicious. Absolutely enjoy it neat. It's not harsh. It's extremely complex. Tastes good. Blah 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 blah. But at the time, when I bought this in like 2016 or 17, it was still $250 for a bottle, which is a bit crazy. But yeah, I think if you were to look up on any of the online alcohol distribution sites, this bottle would be roughly $1,000 bottle nowadays. Granted, it's not new, so definitely is not worth that, but it just goes as far as what the scarcity and what availability does to the price. So new it was $250, and now it's roughly $1,000. That being said, if you can also look at how much is in this, there's been probably 1.5 drinks total, if that, taken out of here. And yeah, it's really just to celebrate special occasions. So I had some with my brother to celebrate the end of me living in Seattle. So moving from Seattle down to New Orleans. He was over just because he was on the West Coast already. Yeah, we had some. It was great. We'd have more if there are other things going on. My 35th birthday, not really that big of a deal. It's like not groundbreaking. So no, didn't have any for that. Getting into some of the other, like what I would call special event bourbons. For me, Weller 12-year, that would be in the same category for me. I actually traded 3 bottles of Eagle Rare for this bottle of Weller 12. That was before the market got crazy, and I don't quite know if the person I traded with knew, but he said, "Yeah, I love Eagle Rare. If you just grab a number of bottles, and we'll settle up on what we think is fair." Cool. I showed up with 5 bottles. He said, "Yeah, 3 bottles of Eagle Rare, and it's yours." So, yep, not gonna turn that one down. I do have Orphan Barrel Barter House. I wouldn't put that in like the fully special occasion side of things, but it's definitely pretty dang close. And then I do have Calumet 15, which on that corner of the shelf, which for me standing here is harder to get to. So not quite able to. But anyways, just a short, quick rambling on which bourbons I kind of pick for which category and which type of drink I might be trying to have. That being said, I really thought about having some, but there is none in here. It's a Tuesday. There's really nothing to celebrate. I don't need a drink, so not having one. That being said, thanks for coming to day 12 on Vlogsmas, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks.